Welcome to Pro Wrestling's Best News for April 25th, 2023. Triple H appeared on last night's Raw and announced that a new WWE World Heavyweight Championship will be awarded at WWE Night of Champions on May 27th in Saudi Arabia. The undisputed WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns will be drafted to a specific brand in the upcoming WWE Draft, where he will retain the WWE Universal Championship. The other brand that Reigns does not get drafted to will have the new World Heavyweight title. You can read more on this story at ewrestlingnews.com. Eric Bischoff revealed in his most recent 83 Weeks podcast that he had a recent health scare that required a helicopter ride to another state and sent him to the intensive care unit. Bischoff, who is hypoglycemic, said he was using Metamucil after reading it can help control blood sugar, but he took more than the recommended dosage, which is highly warned against on the product directions. Bischoff says he spent several hours passing large amounts of blood and passed out. He was taken to a local emergency room and released home after the bleeding stopped. Bischoff attempted to do his podcast the next day and passed out in his office and went back to the hospital after waking up, where he was admitted to the ICU. After using all the available blood in Bischoff's blood type, he was helicoptered to a larger hospital in Montana, where he was eventually stabilized and released. You can read more on this story at WrestlingInc.com. PW Insider and Fightful Select reported that CM Punk was backstage at last night's WWE Raw in Chicago. Punk reportedly visited with a few people briefly, including Tamina, The Miz, and Triple H, until he was asked to leave by security. You can read more on this story at WrestlingInc.com. Kurt Angle gave an update on his recent back surgery on the latest episode of his podcast, The Kurt Angle Show. Angle said that currently he can only bench press 180 pounds and doesn't expect to ever regain his former upper body strength. Despite doctors telling him to wait 6 weeks after surgery, Angle said he began working out the same day after the procedure. Angle also said a Peacock documentary about his life before WWE is due to be released this summer, but he hasn't been given an exact date at this time. You can read more on this story at Fightful.com. Chavo Guerrero Jr., during a recent virtual signing for Captain's Corner, discussed Rey Mysterio Jr. and said Mysterio has been trying to be a Guerrero for a long time and that the actual Guerrero family is tired of people prostituting the Guerrero name for their own benefit. Guerrero says he and other members of the Guerrero family take offense to people using the Eddie Guerrero entrance style and making frequent references to Eddie in their promos. Guerrero added that, quote, "I'm sorry that you have to latch on to the Guerrero family, and we're just kind of tired of it," end quote. You can read more on this story at postwrestling.com. That's Pro Wrestling's Best News for today. Please subscribe to the Spanish Announce Table at SpanishAnnounceTable.substack.com to get daily content like this news, podcasts, match reviews and suggestions, and more delivered right to your inbox.